welcome to Emotional Mojo. I'm Tara Gaitis, registered dietitian and nutritionist. We're joined by Michelle Yarn, along with life coach and author of Shift Your Brilliance, Simon T. Bailey. So in the next hour, we're gonna help you transform your life. Now, before you say, I can't do that in an hour, think about this. You could actually fly from Orlando, Florida to Atlanta, Georgia in an hour. You can walk to the top of the Statue of Liberty and back down in an hour. And you can even have a lunchtime facelift complete with lasers, Botox fillers, medical makeup, and be back to work in an hour. So during these next 60 minutes, we are going to help you change your life.
I don't know about you guys, that is enough motivation for me, for sure. And it starts with our Change Your Life Challenge, conquering that fear. No matter what it is, you guys, if you would just stop feeding the fear, you will actually take away its power. And that's what we're gonna help you do, because look at these numbers. 60% of what we fear on a daily basis will actually never happen. And 30% of what we fear are things that have already happened in the past, and they cannot be changed. So it is mind over matter. I know people say that a lot, but there's some truth behind it, right?
And fear is false evidence appearing real.
I like it. So I do want to thank you, Simon, for being here and being our guest host. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm the Mojo coach.
Yes, he is. And along with Simon and with Tara, we also brought in someone who needs to conquer a fear. Meet our challenger, Allison Polgis. Welcome to our show, Allison.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so listen, we had you come in, and you were brave to do that. We know public speaking is not a fear of yours, but you do have a fear. Tell us a little bit about your background. What's holding you back? What's the problem?
I started, 20 some odd years ago in my family business, so it's kind of an easy transition coming in when my parents have laid the groundwork. But my parents retired about 7 years ago, and I've been on my own, and now I'm looking to kind of venture out and do something different, and it's taking that next step and moving forward. It's that fear of being on my own and stepping outside my comfort zone and outside my box.
Scary. Being on your own, how so? Are you trying to start a business?
I'm trying to start a new business. I'm with a company that is a personal development company disguised as a skincare company in the relationship marketing business. So it's getting outside that box and actually being able to approach people and talk to them. I mean, I've been doing it for about 4 months and I haven't even talked to my sisters yet. So.
Whoa! And we're gonna get to that in just a minute.
We may have an assignment for you.
But here's something I find interesting, because we do like a little pre-interview with everyone we have on, and you've said, and I'm sure people have heard this quote before, happiness leads to success. It's not success that makes you happy.
Right.
So you know this and you believe this. So what do you think the biggest issue for you is?
Why I can't take that happiness and lead it to success? Oh goodness. I don't know. I mean, when I'm happy, I feel confident and I'm able to do it. But I guess it's just knowing the right things to say. And I mean, the company gives us the tools that we need, and they're teaching us how to do it all. It's just, it's my own mind helping me get that 20 seconds of insane courage to, to move forward.
That's
right?
lucky for you. We've got Simon T. Bailey here, and he's got some tips for you. Okay, so the first thing we want you to do is
envision.
What does that mean, envision?
When we talk about envisioning, it's really understanding it's not who you are that holds you back, it's who you think you're not that holds you back. And sometimes you focus on who you think you're not instead of who you are. The second thing to think about in that same line is what you want wants you. So you have to believe that and move towards it.
And then we're reframing. When you reframe something, what are you doing?
You upgrade your verbal software. Language is the software of the mind. So if you have to think about what are the words that I'm using that's causing me to move forward, or am I using words that slow down my operating system from operating at the optimal level?
What are you thinking so far in hearing this?
I'm thinking that I know that I can do it. I'm outgoing, I'm personable. It's just, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is. It's what I think that I'm not that's holding me back. Maybe I just have to believe that I really am who I think I am, and other people tell me that I am. The image that I project, I have to feel that on the inside
and
to
reframe that to turn it into positive energy.
Embrace.
And so embrace the new you, the 2.0 that's coming forth. So almost create your own commercial, because when you begin to think it, then you begin to say it, and then you begin to see it. because you're totally locked in on where you're going, not where you've been.
That's why they tell you to do your dream boards and
Yep,
make those posts every day. I am awesome.
all
Today
part
I'm
of
going to
it.
change
Picking up
somebody's
what you put down. And finally, we need you to break through.
Yeah, so many times people have to break away and have to break from things that no longer work so you can break through. And the breakthrough is understanding you can't look through the rear view mirror of where you've been. You've got to look through the windshield of where you're going.
So listen,
Love that.
these are all great abstract things, but here's your assignment. You said you haven't even talked to your sisters about this.
correct.
So you're gonna start with friends and family. You are gonna call 3 people. 3 people, tell them about your product, tell them what you're up to, give them an update, get them to commit to either try a sample or at least give you an honest critique of how you did. How was your sales pitch? You
There
can
you
do
go.
it. And Friday, we're checking
That's the way.
All right.
Awesome. I'm working on a new sales pitch. How does this sound?
in. You got it.
And you know what? Sell yourself
Sell
on
myself.
why you do it every single day.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We got a lot more coming up on the show. It's been a full year of facing fears and starting over for the survivors of the Boston Marathon bombing, and they are returning to the finish line with their messages of hope to commemorate the anniversary. We're going to show you their totally inspirational stories coming up.
And speaking of inspirational, I hit the streets to find out who inspires you. Take a look.
Nowadays, with social media, you can find a lot of stories online, and so you find a lot of stories about people who you would otherwise not know, paying it forward. And so a lot of things like that, or people who maybe are disadvantaged and are able to accomplish something that you might not otherwise expect. Those are some of the stories that really do it for me.